Greetings everyone, it's Chip Lord here from Awesome Sock Studios, and welcome to the first ever Dragon Ball Z related content on my channel. If you don't know why I'm doing Dragon Ball content now, just watch the previous video I uploaded, link in the description below. Today we're looking at a character that is commonly overlooked in the Dragon Ball community and franchise, as he only has a couple of appearances. The idea for this video came as a shower thought, or more as a bath thought since I take baths. Also, I want to point out, thought as in T-H-O-G-H-T, not thought as in T-H-O-T. I do not want a bathroom thought. Well, actually, on second thought, jokes out of the way, let's talk about the meat of this discussion. Upon inspection, I've discovered a rather strange anomaly in the Dragon Ball Z timeline, especially in regards to this guy. So let's talk about him, and let me explain to you why I found so strange. This character is commonly known as the Tournament Announcer. I've not found any evidence to suggest a different name. However, I could have just not looked hard enough. So if you know that the character has a different name, please leave it in the comments below. I'd be interested to learn. The first time we ever see this character is in age 750, during the first martial arts tournament that we witness in Dragon Ball. This tournament being the one with Jackie Chan versus Goku as the final fight, who we know is to be Master Roshi. Like I said, this is the first time I ever see this character. From how he looks, I would estimate him to be roughly 20, early 20s, mid-20s. Note there is no actual source on his age. I am just making an estimate, since I'm guessing you have to be at least somewhere around that age to even be a tournament announcer. So at age 750, we can guess he might be in his 20s, as he kind of looks that way, and also he is still young, hip and spry, and with a great voice actor in the English dub. Personal favorite. Fast forward 3 years later to age 753, when we see him again, this time being once again at the World Martial Arts Tournament. Get used to seeing him there. This tournament would be the one where Goku ends up facing Tien in the final bout. Looking at him from that tournament, we can see he looks relatively the same. Which is obvious, people don't seem to age that much in 3 years. At this point, we could guess if he was in fact just 20 at a minimum, he would be 23. Fast forward once again to age 756, when we see him for the third time. This tournament being the one with Piccolo entering as Junior, facing off against Goku in the final bout once again, for Goku to finally become the world champion. As we can see, he still looks roughly the same. And he's still obviously holding the same profession, otherwise he wouldn't be called Tournament Announcer now, would he? Sadly, no further World Martial Arts tournaments would be held until after the Cell Games, as that would be what sparks interest in world tournaments once again. Being the next time we see this man is in age 774, during the Majin Buu arc of Z, this being 18 years later, which would put this man at a rough estimate of 47. I don't think this guy's a Saiyan and doesn't have an excuse for looking so young. Obviously he's using very good products, because he looks exactly the same as he did ages ago. Ages, see what I did there? He makes a brief appearance when everyone's giving Goku their energy for the Spirit Bomb. Being a lazy tyke, I did not actually scan through that episode to find a screenshot of him. So please, enjoy this picture of a llama. It's a cute llama. The next time we see him after Majin Buu is in the Peaceful World saga, being age 784, being the tournament where Oob gets introduced. This takes place 10 years after the end of Majin Buu arc, making this guy now roughly 57. Once again, still looks pretty good for his age. And here's where it gets a little finicky. This is obviously the end of Z, so the only time we can see him is going into the Grand Tour.
Take the Grand Tour, GT!
No, get it away. Stop it. The next time we see him is in age 790, during the 31st World Martial Arts Tournament, being the very small tournament filler episode that Goku attends and fights in the Junior Division. Obviously, looking at him, he still looks the same somehow, which is quite odd, because at this point he would be in his 50s. I know what you're thinking. There are some 50-year-olds that look pretty good. For example, just look at Johnny Depp. He has 50, right? And then research that. I'm correct, right? He's 50, right? Otherwise this analogy falls flat. So you might think, where am I going with this? This seems all natural. And that's when I realized something. At the end of GT, there is in fact a time skip. In fact, a 99-year time skip to be precise, and that's when I realized something strange. During the 41st World Martial Arts Tournament, when we see Goku and Vegeta Jr. fighting each other, announcing their match is once again the tournament announcer. And though he might have grey hair, he still shouldn't be alive, cause by my calculations, he would be 158, judging by the fact that his age would be at minimum 20 the first time we see him. Can you please explain to me how this man is still alive? 'Cause, as we can see, Pan used to look like this, and after the time skip, she looked like this. So can you please explain to me how an average human can be this old and still be this spry and still look this good? The only logical conclusion that I have found would be that he somehow obtained the paradise syrup, or whatever the heck Master Roshi did to live to the age of 300 and something. Who knows? Though believed to die many times during the course of the series, as almost everyone on the planet did when it blew up and was destroyed for various reasons. Who knows? We never see him die on screen. Maybe he is in fact immortal. Who would know? This video might in fact be quite short, as this was just a little prelude to future Dragon Ball Z content that I will feature on this channel. Future stuff would actually have in-depth theories that I have been thoughting out, or just general discussions that would carry on longer for roughly 10 minutes or even shorter depending on how much I keep talking after this. This is just a beta run of future stuff to come. I only noticed this a couple days ago and thought I might as well just make a small video on this. If you have any bigger thoughts in Dragon Ball, please leave them down in the comments below. I'd be happy to see your thoughts and your suggestions for future theories and or discussions. As said in the previous video, I'm slowly dipping my feet into the pool of Dragon Ball content to feature on YouTube. Also, if this video seemed very formal to you, don't worry, it will be more casual in the future. I just have to get used to being on camera again, as most of my channel features me off camera, whereas I don't have to keep up physical appearance or actually talk in coherent sentences in face to face, because, contrary to popular belief, it is quite intimidating staring at yourself talking in a camera. So as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Also remember to suck the subscribe button to keep up to date with the channel and all the future stuff that I will do on this channel, now including Dragon Ball content. And always, do remember that socks are awesome. Bye guys!